Luther showed me how to use the health assessment lab to take the pulse of a doll or to take your own pulse. Luther showed me how to use the health assessment lab to take the pulse of a doll or to take your own pulse.
So it's really strong.
Uh-huh.
Just kind of put your two fingers like that. You don't really want to press really hard. You just want to press a little bit, and then you can just kind of feel it. I felt like education was the way, to make a difference in my country, So that's why I came here. Set, go!
Siamambo said she dreamed of being a nurse since the age of 5. She grew up in an orphanage. Though not an orphan herself, her mother made their home into a refuge for infants and children who were orphaned or abandoned.
My sisters that are around me, my husband's sisters, are all orphans.
We both grew up on the same mission, and we've seen so much death while life has been brought on earth. And so she's always wanted to help, I guess, reduce that death rate.
There's a lot of death, that I witnessed around me. So it was very traumatic, but it's what's driven me to be here.
Siamambo is a full-time student, mom to 5, and caretaker for people with disabilities.
It's been a heck of a ride, let me just say that. Because she's always buried in school.
My dreams, my passion is to actually go back home in Zambia and work with the disabled population. They're almost like invisible people.
Siamambo's late aunt had a disability and was chained to a tree from childhood. She didn't speak, and Siamambo now thinks she may have been autistic.
But there was just something, every time you looked in her eyes, you could see a soul, that she was in there. And that's just been my driving force.
That was still like classy.
Yeah.
JBU honors students are working to transform their campus headquarters into a game, themed off the 80s and the Netflix show Stranger Things. Other students will go through the house, passing through different rooms where they will learn about some aspects of the 80s while answering riddles or questions to progress through the rest of the house. And as a treat at the end,
And we also have a waffle bar, so we're really excited about that.
So it's to teach people about 80s technology, photography, chemistry, all kinds of that stuff, all while tying it into the theme of Stranger Things and kind of looking for Will as you're doing all of this. Okay, so this room is constructed to kind of illustrate the theme of 80s communication technology and just 80s technology in general. So over here we've got like our typewriters and calculators and receipt printing machines. Here we've got a bunch of telephones and novelty phones from the 80s. A TV, a stereo, cassette players and cameras, and then behind you a bunch of Atari game systems and Nintendo game systems.
another room will show an 80s dark room and explain how pictures were developed.
This is the dark room from Stranger Things, Jonathan's dark room whenever he was developing photographs.
The Stranger Things show is a sci-fi thriller that follows the disappearance of a boy named Will and the strange things that happen afterwards. The honors event, much like the show, is about finding Will.
We just really enjoy the show, and we know a lot of other people do at JBU too. So we wanted to bring it to campus in a way.
Numerically, it's like more chance that he will, in fact, be drafted. That Christianity was pure before Constantine first established one class of people, then another enjoyed the exercise of their political ends. Washington obviously had already been elected president. And they come and say, oh, we have great news for you.
The personal relationships are changed. And so
By the 14th Amendment, by extension,
it's easy to think that religious liberty is an idea that is shared globally, that everyone believes in it, but that's simply not true. This is something special about the American experience, and so it's great to have Dr. Hall come to JBU to talk about it.
Yeah, that's a great question. So, from an originalist perspective, I don't think the words mean a lot more than that.
That's the reflect, like sunlight.
I think it's a Photoshop.
Are you sure?
I don't know. I like it though. It's there.
What would the Photoshop do? Make it
Well,
look
but like she just like cut that out